We go to the money plane terminal, Pete, at an undisclosed location.
It's an undisclosed location.
Yeah, it's a massive airport. It's huge. You can see like 4 runways.
Yeah.
It's all lit up. It's just an airport.
It's got Getty Images watermark.
They do some mad decisions in the sort of thing of just going, if we say undisclosed location and pretend it's a major airport. It's like LAX and it's obvious. And bits like that just shake you out of it so badly. You're like, oh my, do these guys not have a fucking clue? They all have to put on their wristwatches as they board the plane.
Yeah.
They're Fitbits, Pete.
Fitbits.
They are literally Fitbits. And they've got all of their crypto and stuff loaded on them. I mean, not enough in that to say to big criminals, obviously, we'll simply respect that and we'll have someone who remembers and, keep it to it. They are literally like, here is your token.
Yeah.
Pop that on. In come the high rollers to the plane. The plane looks abominable.
Yeah,
There is
a piece of shit.
Cheap furniture.
Yeah.
And it's really badly lit, blue LEDs, and it's so ugly. All of the criminals look very poor in real life. Very tired.
It's very tired. And the one that makes me laugh is he's a sex criminal, basically. He's a man who wants to assault women constantly, right?
Yes.
And he's supposed to be rich, or he's supposed to be connected to people who are rich,
I think
right?
he's like the arms dealer's mate.
Yeah. And so, presumably, if you were fucking horny all the time, you would probably constantly live a life that was just in and out of fucking strip clubs, and you'd have women all over the place. So that when modestly dressed cabin crew attendant walks past, you don't go, fucking, I want to fucking shit out of you. Look at that. I'm so horny. It makes my stomach hurt.
They are saying he's the guy who basically gave Iran nuclear capabilities and this is his best mate.
Yeah.
And you're like, have you guys never met a woman before? In all of this?
Rant for too long. I don't know.
I'm an arms dealer. I have no morals. Have you ever met a woman? No. And they are over obsessed. But then at the same time, you've got the people who run the money plane, the concierge and the bookkeeper. You've got them and they're very much like, hey, gentlemen, let's get some things straight, okay? Yeah. The stewardesses are employees of the money plane, so you leave them alone. So... Well, sorry, are we going to be watching a man fuck a crocodile? Right? And now you're like, make sure you don't sexually harass our employee.
And then they bring in a load of sex workers to satisfy this man's ridiculously high libido.
He is delighted.
And he is delighted.
He's never seen the like of it.
He's never seen a woman before.
He lives in a criminal world where people's lives count for naught, but he's never met a sex worker.
He's never met a sex worker.
Can't believe it.
And so, hang on, so they are trusted employees. Yeah. You're not paying the sex workers then?
No.
They just say, no, fine.
So why don't you get the sex workers to serve the drinks? Because you wouldn't have to have the stewardesses.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
That would save you 50% on your staff bill. I'm not a criminal mastermind. I shouldn't be here.
Reed, this is amazing.
Holy shit. As you know, there are no cameras on board. This is to ensure the utmost discretion.
My favourite bit is the concierge says, and just so you know, he says, there are no cameras on board the plane. And it cuts to one of the criminals nodding like, wow, these guys have really thought of it all. Thought of everything.
This is nice.
I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be no cameras good.
Now that is a smooth takeoff.
Obliged.
And the plane takes off. And one of them goes, oh, that was smooth.
Yeah.
And you're like, was it? It's just a plane taking off.
A bit like them all applauding when it lands. You're like, these are not
that was smooth.
Terrifying criminals. A man called the bookkeeper then comes in and he gives even more instructions. He's like, look, we all want to have fun, all right? But he's like, please, no fighting and don't get... And it's just like, look, is this a fucking money plane? Or is this a reform school? Because I've been on it 10 minutes. It looks like shit. And everyone's saying, don't do this, don't do that. You know?
And then 10 minutes later, you're shooting a bullet through a man's fucking head.
What?
You're like a fucking decompressed.
He cheated. Yeah, okay, he got cheated.
You're going to take the plane down.
Listen, Pete, when they show the stock footage of that plane taking off, that is the biggest blooper of all. You know why?
Why?
Because it's an Airbus 380. But throughout the movie, the plane is being controlled with a yoke.
Oh,
the A380 doesn't come with a yoke, does it, Pete?
It doesn't.
It comes with control sticks.
Control sticks.
As they call them in Airbus, side sticks. It doesn't have yokes. That was the moment where I was like, I'm over this.
I'm out, yeah. What a blooper.
Oh, God. They walk through the plane. They've never sketched on a thing where the bits are. And they change as things go on.
It's clearly the same room.
Different coloured sheets. And through they go. This is, of course, we've heard about this. You can bet on a man fucking alligator.
Yeah.
They go, gentlemen, let's start the first game. What's the first game? It's Texas Hold'em. It's just a card game. I can play this legally anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're doing this. When he says Texas Hold'em as well, they all get up and in silence trudge through to another bit and they all sit down. And then the guy's like, no, I need to scan all your wristbands. And it's just constant admin with this fucking money plane. The man then says, before we start, I remind you to respect the dealer and respect the people who are bringing... What? I mean, where's the alligator fucking? What's going on? Oh.
At any point in time, myself or my staff can provide you with a private guest suite. A power nap, a steam shower, or if you need to take care of any personal business.
Personal business.
Yes.
Like, have a wank.
What is that? Oh, they're toilets. We don't have toilets, no.
Not on the money plane.
No, there are some, but they're downstairs in a bit. I mean, some planes, would they have a downstairs? Don't know. This one does. Do you know what it looks like? It looks just like the interior of an art museum. You want to go and check it out. They start this Texas Hold'em and Edge plays a hand. And it was only afterwards when I was like, oh, that's supposed to be a bit where he's like, I can only play one hand because I have a gambling problem.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but, this isn't, like a big deal. You're
going to leave with all the money anyway, so you won.
Exactly.
Just pretend you won.
Yeah, exactly. And what happens from this point is the fucking weirdest thing. So Edge is like, Mr. McGillicuddy will take over. And Mr. McGillicuddy sits down. The cowboy goes, yeah!
Oh, yes, the cowboy!
He goes, you know what we're going to do, boy? We're going to have some vodka shots. And I was like, oh, my.
I'm a Texan, but I sure do enjoy a vodka.
I was like, are these babies? Again, the worst criminals in the world. And he's like, oh, there's a drink. You might not have tried this. It's called vodka. Do you know what? You don't even have it with Diet Coke. You have it neat. The sex pervert follows Isabella, the stewardess, down to the back of the plane, and she is trying to fiddle around with the crypto vault. And so she's pretending, not causing a scene. And she says to him, you're not supposed to be down here. And he says, rules are meant to be fucked.
Just
witless. Witless.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be down here.
Rules were meant to be fucked. You want to get fucked?
Cowboy wins the game of Texas Hold'em against McGillicuddy, and he says, I want to choose the next game, Russian roulette.
Yeah.
And they play a game of Russian roulette. Worth saying as well, if you go to the money plane, you don't actually have a choice in what game you play.
No, right.
They continually say, you're playing this now, and you go, no, I don't want to.
I don't want to.
And they go, no, well, you've got to. That's the rules.
Yeah, and then sometimes he'll sit out.
Yeah.
He'll say, I'm sitting this one out.
Yeah.
I'll just sit out that game then.
Why aren't you getting the Asian lady? Why aren't you continually saying, no, you've got to do something
you've got to do something.
Because Mr. McGillicuddy just continually, they're like, you can play this next one. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I don't fucking want to. This is, again, if I was a serious leading criminal, it's like, why am I fucking going on this plane? And they're just like, oh, you've got to stick your dick in a blender. No, I don't want it. I came here to watch an alligator and a man fuck.
That was what you promised.
Oh, goddamn it, give me the fucking gun. I can't lose.
Fucking cowboy.
Edge on this bit has got up. He goes to the cockpit. He knocks out one pilot. Then he knocks out a second one. He has a big fight with a sort of tall bloke who is quite old looking. Looks about 50. And then he takes control of the plane.
Yeah.
Didn't need to do that. I think there's something about they're going to be transferring the Bitcoin to a bloke on the ground, so they have to stay within radius.
Within radius.
They've already said to us this takes place in international airspace, which is only above oceans.
Yeah.
So no one's sort of like bothering, just going, well, this is still illegal. we are still under US jurisdiction.
How are you getting the internet? Satellite, that's up.
Yeah.
That's always going to be up. So don't worry about
Everyone's on their phone and their laptop.
Yeah.
But, this thing, doesn't work.
You got Kelsey Grammer on your fucking MacBook, man.
Yeah.
Just use that connection.
On a fucking Zoom call. As soon as Edge gets into the cockpit, and this happens easily less than halfway through the movie, he never comes out again. He stays in the cockpit for the rest of the movie on his own.
Yeah, I guess he does.
He never
Good
does
shout,
another thing. It's just nuts. They all start doing the bets at that point. And Edge isn't in the film anymore. He did a little thing in this interview. He said, I always assume if I get a role, there's always going to be at least one fight scene. But I'm pleasantly surprised when there's only one. Or if there's none, it's like, okay, I got hired for multiple reasons, not just my stunt and fighting ability. And that's fair enough, but I mean, you're just in a cockpit now.
Yeah.
You're just in a cockpit.
You're playing a pilot.
And he is. And he's sitting there going, steery steer, steery steer. And he has a chat with a couple of people over an earphone. Yeah. How's it going down there, guys? Like that. And they sort of go,
bloody work.
Yeah. And they do it. Yeah. Absolutely mental.
Put it on autopilot.
Ah, Mr. Luck of the Irish himself. That was quite a game.
And you're in luck once again. The next event is about to begin. Follow me to the sports book.
So they begin to do these bets, and the first bet is how long will it last? How long will it last? They don't set it up in a good way. So Mr. McGillicuddy's like, I don't know, 17 minutes? And they were like, okay, so let's see a man fighting a cobra, how long it'll last. And he's the closest and he wins. And the other criminals begin to get shirty. Because, I mean, they're there, but they're just like, I don't like losing.
Yeah, but it's like, it's roulette though, isn't it? Like, because there's no form.
No, they didn't tell him what it was. The second one is even weirder, where there's two blokes in a cafe and the woman's going, 15 million, 20 million. 100 million rubles, like that. And then the man gets up and cuts the other one's arm off. And someone goes, damn. What even is this? What was the bet? What's the bet? How much it would take for him to cut his mate's arm off?
Yeah.
None of it made sense.
Yeah.
And then you get a man, how long it will take for him to be flensed by piranhas.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, McGillicuddy keeps winning and they're upset about that. But all of this is watched on essentially fire tablets, Amazon fire tablets. And it's really grainy. And there is no need for them to be in a plane to watch what's happening in some other location. But this is the bit where I was like, is this going to be a twist where they just go, actually, there's nothing illegal on the money plane. They're just betting on like stupid CGI.
Yeah.
And actually, that's a good scam by the money planes. And then I was like, that makes it even better that if Edge robs them and they're like, we're totally above board.
Yeah.
You know, we're actually FCC regulated, you know, and all this is it's like a panto.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, sometimes we don't tell people.
It's bum train.
Exactly. It's immersive theatre. And now you've stolen all of the work that we've done over the last 3 years. You know, we've worked bloody hard.
That's Arts Council money and that's your taxes.
If we were going to use that money on making this look like a money plane rather than what it looks like now.
Shit, yeah.